In Berlin, Canada and Germany signed a critical minerals partnership that will see Canadian lithium, cobalt, and nickel developed and exported to European markets. This is vital for Europe's electric vehicle battery supply chain and green energy transition. At the same time, Canada and Germany are exploring ways to export Canadian liquefied natural gas to replace the Russian supply. Quebec has a lot of natural gas we should be getting out of the ground. Defense links also play a role. Germany, alongside Norway, is one of the two remaining bidders for Canada's $25 billion submarine procurement project. The impact of these initiatives is clear. Canada positions itself as a reliable partner in energy and resources. Canadian mining companies gain privileged access to European demand, and Canada strengthens its alignment with the European Union on both economic and security grounds. Win, 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 win.